dressed straight away, walked the dog by 5:30 in the morning, got their day all planned out, but I'm not. I take a while to get started in the mornings, which is why retirement is actually really lovely, because I don't have that pressure now. I just like to come and chill, and with the office now nearly finished, still some work to do, but I've now got my lovely relaxing chair in the corner, and I can come in here in the morning, take a bit of time to just grab my journal, do a bit of meditation, read a book, watch a little bit of YouTube if I want to, and just get myself ready and prepared for the day. But I do think sometimes it's like I waste time, but then I make it up in the evening. Quite often I don't go to bed until 1, 2 in the morning, and that's when my brain really sort of comes alive. If I'm ever going to edit a video and take the time it needs to do those final tweaks and touches, it's at midnight, because that's when I feel I'm at my most creative. It's when I feel my brain is working at its best, which just seems nuts compared to everybody else I know. I don't know anybody whose brain sort of works the way mine does. I don't suppose that's the problem, really, is it? It's just finding a way of living that suits you as a person and not the expectations of everybody else, which quite frankly is what working a job often entails, isn't it? You kind of have to squeeze yourself into somebody else's timeline. I'm enjoying the freedom of retirement. If I feel really energetic in the morning, which some days I do, I can get up and do whatever it is I need to do or want to do, but I don't feel the pressure to have to do that on the days when I feel more like I do today. No, dressing gown, cup of tea, lazy breakfast. I mentioned in one earlier video that I've really simplified my beauty products and my beauty routine. After years of spending way too much money on brand names and expensive moisturisers and cleansers and toners and eye creams and you name it, I've stripped everything back to just 3 main products, really. So one of them is my soap, which is also, so it's my facial cleanser, it's my hair shampoo and conditioner, and it is my body soap as well, so body wash, and it's this one. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Now, I know it's a bit odd because it says for dry, curly and afro hair, but I found it's the best one for my hair. Maybe it's because my hair's white now and it's quite dry, but it's just an Amazon one. I didn't know what I was looking for. I just ordered it in the hope that it would be good, and I love it. I think this is about my 3rd bar now. And it is literally just a very plain bar. It's argan and coconut oil, and it just smells absolutely delicious. So I use that, as I say, on everywhere, really. That is my hair shampoo and my body wash and my facial cleanser. It's about, I think it's about £5 a bar from Amazon. I'll put the links below. If you're interested. I think they do other types, but this is the only one I've used. I just happened to get lucky, I think, the first time I ordered it, and I really love it. It does say shampoo, but as I say, I use it everywhere. And what I really love about it is when I think back to the bottles of shampoo that are in plastic, the conditioner that, you know, is in plastic, the amount of money I've spent on shower gels and facial cleansers, and I just had, you know, all of this stuff, and instead I have this one bar. I have one that I keep in the house, and I have one that I keep in the van, so I don't need to be shuffling things around, and I just love it. I don't even want to think how much money I've spent on moisturisers over the years. Big brand names. I think the last one I bought that I really like was Charlotte Tilbury's. Is it called Magic Cream? I think it is. Is it magic cream? I can't remember. Anyway, it was about 80 quid a jar. And it was okay. It was nice. But this is all I use now. It's extra virgin coconut oil. I've got a better one of these in the van, actually, a cold pressed one. It's a bit smoother. This just literally came from Lidl. And it's about £2.99 for that big jar. And I use this as a hand moisturiser, as a body moisturiser, and as a face moisturiser. Now, I think I would just say, if you've got particularly oily skin, I don't know how good this would be. It might clog up your skin a little bit. But for me, because my skin is quite dry, it's really good. Now, it is a bit hard. I'll tell you what I do. I have one of these. I don't know where I got it from. It's just like a little plastic paddle. And what I'll sometimes do is just get it like this. Let me see if I can do this. I'll just scrape a bit. You don't need much. I mean, if you look how much, is that even in focus? If you look how much is on there, it's not much. So I just take a little bit. And it melts really quickly, so when you put it on, it feels quite greasy, but it goes in quite quickly. And literally, you can see it just oiling up on my hands. Oh, let me take my glasses off. And I just love it. And it's, again, that coconut smell, unless you dislike coconut, is absolutely beautiful. It's delicious. I've got a very wide lens on this camera, so I probably look all distorted. And then all I do, the last little bit that's left on here, I just put it on my hands. And it becomes a hand cream as well. And it's just, I love it. It's just so beautiful. There we go. And that's that done. And honestly, I've had that, if I just show you that, how much I've used. I've had this, probably I've been using this 8 months now. So that's the washing and moisturising. That is it. And the only other product that I use really, obviously I use toothpaste, although even then I've taken to getting, I don't very often use my electric toothbrush anymore. I buy bamboo wooden toothbrushes, so minimal plastic. But again, they're really simple, and I actually find that my gums don't bleed as much, and I don't think I'm getting that kind of receding gum lines that I get, because I think I brush a little bit hard with the electric toothbrush. And then the final product that I use is this one, Wild Deodrant, and I really like it because it comes in a metal container and it's refillable. So literally it's just like a cream deodorant. I'm not sponsored for any of these, but they're just products that I absolutely love. I can't remember what I was going to say flavour, but you wouldn't want to eat it. I can't remember what smell that one is, but it's very nice. And I was a bit worried that they may be being organic and environmentally friendly. They might not actually do the job, but it really does. I used to use Mitchum, and this one works just as well. You literally buy the refills. So I have to put my glasses on because I can't see the words. I can't see what flavour these are either. But yeah, they just... Oh, got a hair on my nose. They just come like that. In cardboard. Lift that one out, put the new one in, and you're good to go. And I absolutely love it, and it keeps me dry and it keeps me smelling nice, which is always a bonus. And I just love it. And that's my 3 beauty products, just keeping it really, really simple. So I know a few of you asked me to explain a bit more about what it was I used. Right, enough of this lazing around. I need to get myself ready for the day.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, let me give you a quick update on the office makeover. In the context of keeping things simple, I'm doing this very, very slow time, a little bit when I feel like it. But I thought I'd show you where I'm up to so far. So, let me turn you around. The walls are all painted and everything's sort of back where it needs to be. Very, very happy with my lovely chair in the corner there. That's where I do my reading and my journaling. I haven't got round to painting the sideboard yet. That is a job that I'm going to be doing. The shelves, again, that's my job to paint those. They will go back up on that wall. But I'm quite happy with the desk the way it is. I've got my camera set up here if I want to do just a little sort of sitting in the corner doing a head to camera type stuff. I've got everything I need to work, although actually none of this is working yet because, and hence why the extension lead is on here, because I haven't actually got it all plugged in yet. That lot is far from simple. I need to untangle a lot of cables and get that all rigged up. Very happy with everything there. Got my treadmill. I haven't used it yet. Probably should. It's too nice outside at the minute, so I'm going to try and get outside for a walk. That's kind of the rainy weather option. I'm still debating whether to keep the bookcase or not, because it's really hard to throw things away, isn't it? And I got rid of loads of stuff, but that's the stuff that I still ended up with. But that's where we're up to so far. So it's usable now, but it's still not finished. And I'll be honest, I'm not a completer finisher. So there's a very, very, very high chance that this office will never get finished. The shelves may well go back up unpainted, and the unit might never get painted. I just lose interest. But I'm happy with it the way it is so far. Right, let's see if I can sort this wiring out. Well, I'm happy to say everything seems to work now. The little panel light works, which is good. My desk goes up and down as it's meant to. I've been setting up the DJI as my webcam. I've just tested that. That works all right. All good. All good. Probably need to tidy those wires up a little bit more once the shelves are out of the way though. But I do think simple can sometimes feel hard though. It's like, if it's simple, it must be boring or not good enough in some way. So, simple food, talk about peasant food. Oh my God, but peasant food, simple foods are sometimes some of the tastiest, most comforting foods, aren't they? Simple lifestyle. It's I feel as if it's what we're brought up to not want, and not what everybody strives for. You spend your whole life trying to achieve and trying to be somebody, but for who? Or for whom even? Not sure that complex life ever makes anybody particularly happy. Or maybe we have that complex life because simplicity, with all of the stuff stripped back, gives us no protection from who we really are. The real person, naked, bare, without any of the armour of complexity. Come out to get a bit of fresh air and a little bit of exercise, and also to get some footage for this vlog. What do you talk about when you've got nothing to say? It's a tricky question, isn't it? Why would anybody be interested in listening when you've got nothing valuable to say? I don't feel like I've got anything valuable to say today. Or maybe I'm overcomplicating this whole vlogging thing. Maybe vlogging doesn't need to be always having a philosophical message to send out there. Maybe it can just be a boring recognition of the reality of a simple life. Oh, why do we overthink everything? Jeez. Normally when I come out on this walk, I like it because I can see the churches. That's one thing I love about the UK, is that every village has generally quite an old church, and you can normally see the spire, the steeple. You can normally see them sticking out above the trees and the hedgerows long before you actually get to the village. But for some reason today I can't see any of the churches. You know, I wasn't ambitious at all when I was younger. I could never quite understand why, but I had no ambition at all. And I'd hear everybody around me talking about their ambitions. Not everybody achieved them. And I did hang around with a lot of people who had no ambition, to be fair. But I had no ambition. And I didn't really become ambitious until I reached probably my 40s. And I don't know whether that lack of, well, I think looking back, that lack of ambition came from a place of a fear of failure and a lack of self-belief, rather than a real lack of ambition. But then when I hit my 40s and I started to find that ambition, it did coincide quite closely with feeling happier and more comfortable. Feeling happier and more comfortable with who I was. Probably finding some self-confidence, self-belief. I think experience in life does that to you. I wish I'd got it earlier. I wish I hadn't had to wait until my 40s. But by the time I hit my 50s, there was full-blown ambition. Still think the self-doubt was there, but I'd conquered a lot of the fear of failure. So for 10 years, well, not quite 10 years, 8 years probably, I felt much more ambitious. Felt much more that I wanted to achieve. I wanted to do something. I wanted to feel proud of something I'd done. And building my business and working with the clients I worked with, meeting the people I met, that absolutely ticked that ambition box. But I think that level of feeling ambitious, for me at least, I can't, tapping my microphone, for me at least, I can't talk about anybody else. But for me, it was exhausting. That constant feeling like you had to strive for the next goal. And since I've retired, simplicity is the ambition. I just want the simple things. It feels like such a contrast to what we're indoctrinated to feel we need. But actually I want simplicity. I want a simple life. I still want to have fun. Still want to do things. I haven't completely lost all ambition to do things, but that ambition has changed. It's more about having an ambition to feel at peace with life, to get joy out of the simple things like coming out for a walk when the sun is shining into the lovely countryside that we've got around here, and just enjoying a bit of space and time on my own to just be in the moment. Eating more simple food. I actually find that after years of loving going out for fancy meals and fancy dinners and, you know, finding great restaurants, we almost did it too much. We got to the point where we were eating out once, sometimes twice a week. Apart from the fact that that gets expensive, it also, when you do something like that all of the time, it sucks the joy out of it. It stops being a treat, and it actually becomes almost a chore. Oh, do we have to go and eat this lovely food again? I realise how that sounds. But actually, you know, just having simple things. And the simple things in life tend to be healthier, don't they? Like my lunch today was just some cheese, an apple and some nuts. Completely unprocessed. Well, I suppose not completely unprocessed because cheese is a little bit processed. But, you know, fairly simple meal. But really enjoyed it. My beauty routine, simple. Probably healthier. I'm not putting horrible chemicals on my skin anymore. Hopefully I'm not having such an impact on the environment using complex plastics and chemicals, just keeping it nice and simple. Even vlogging, keeping it simple. Oh, getting rid of all of the, I need to do it a certain way. I haven't vlogged much. I've done a bit, but I haven't done much because I overthink it instead of just getting out there and doing it. And I've been watching a few YouTube videos recently. Just literally said, you know, just pare it back. Don't overthink it. So much easier said than done. So I think we're going to do the keep it simple, stupid kiss method. That's a horrible saying, isn't it? I never know if it means keep it simple, because if you don't, you're stupid. Or keep it simple so that stupid people can understand it. I don't really understand the saying. I'm going to keep it simple. Seriously. Oh, I like that one better. Keep it simple, seriously. So here's a kiss to a simple life. I have no idea how many times I've filmed this walk. It's just one of my favourites. For some reason, not many people ever seem to be walking it, so it's always peaceful. It's always just a nice, easy walk. Anybody else have a favourite tree? Just love it. It always seems to be beautifully set against the blue sky. Even on a miserable day, it's still my favourite tree. You know, the truth is, I don't think life really has to be complicated. I think life is pretty simple, and I think people complicate it. I suppose you could argue, well, take people out of the equation and your life will be a lot simpler. It would also be a lot lonelier. But I do think people complicate life more than it needs to be. And I'm all for a simple life these days. Anyway, there you go. That was my vlog for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider giving me a like. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.